You're going to be doing the moon and water. What you're first going to start doing is take a piece of masking tape and you're going to create a horizon line. But in the meanwhile, go ahead and rip part of this in order to get yourself a mountain range. It keeps it very natural if you're not like cutting it with scissors and you're just ripping. Now that I have that ripped, I'm gonna unfold it. I got part of it. And I'm going to figure about a third of the way through will be my mountain range. I have another one right here. Keeping the horizon nice and straight. Then whenever you put down any kind of masking tape, you always want to run your fingers right along that edge to get it in very secure. Next step, we're going to be taking our piece of contact paper and drawing ourselves a circle. Now with the circle, just use the inside of masking tape since we just had it. Cut this out. And then this is going to be our moon. You can change up your colors in this composition. It's totally up to you. The thing about the moon is it does get cut off, so you don't need all of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim off the bottom line. This is just contact paper, shelving liner. Take it off and put it down. Once again, make sure you get around those edges, keep it nice and secure. Then draw some extra mountain range. These should probably go higher than the moon, and they do not have to be equal. This will be kind of like inside the cove bay of the lake. All set and down. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start up here, and if you really want to and you're sitting there and you're not quite trusting yourself, you could, if you wanted to, also masking tape this out if you wanted. Your personal decision, or you can just wing it, your choice. Our next step is going to be taking a large paintbrush and you're going to be starting to paint the sky. You can choose whatever colors you want, but you're going to be putting gobs of paint up towards the top and then just pulling it straight across. If it starts to drag like that, go ahead and add more paint down. Keeping it all going horizontal. Carrying it down. You choose your colors for your night sky. I started with a purple. Making sure it goes consistent, getting the edges of my canvas while I'm at it. I put down some plastic bag to make sure I didn't actually paint my table at home. I might even grab a little bit of black paint to go up here at the top. Pull it nice and straight across. Then I'll transition to my next color, which I believe is going to be blue. You can wipe out your brush if you like, your choice. I want a little bit of that black out, but I'm not even going to bother getting water on it. And then I'm going to go right into my blue. As I come down to the bottom, one of the things is you're gonna want to kind of rinse out your brush a little bit. Because now I'm gonna go ahead and go into my white down here. And I don't want it saturated with blue. But you want that moon glow going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and go straight across this. And right now it's got a lot of white in there. And now I'm gonna carry into this blue and carry it down a little bit. You don't wanna overdo your blending. Once you get it to where you want and you think that it's not that streaky, then you're gonna stop. Take that, put a little more white on. I think I got a little too blue right there. It's fixable. Maybe a little bit on the horizon. The next step is to do the water down here. You're gonna go ahead and determine what colors you want. I think I'm going to keep with similar colors that they had. I'm going to start with white here. I actually believe that there should be a little more reflection of the moon on the water. They only have a couple lines, but I'm gonna add a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of a light blue and start to add it on my edges. Since this is a mountain range over here, it doesn't need to be perfect. I didn't even bother putting any kind of tracing paper or masking tape down. So I have all that purple paint right here. I'm gonna go rinse it off my brush and then I'll pull it. Brush it off with a paper towel and go ahead and pull it. I don't want this part to get too dark. I want it to look like it's a little luminous. Now I can go ahead and add some more white down here first, and then I'll be putting my purples and some pinks down here for the water. In the end, we're gonna probably put a gloss over this. We can also put some shimmer paint on this if we want into the water. That usually looks really nice, and I have that on the back. Putting my white down first is a nice wet base. Just paint over where the trees are gonna go. They're gonna be dark enough that they will be able to go over it. And now is the time to add the color after my white paint is all down here. This is a wet on wet technique.
Purple. And just pull it across. And then if you want it, your choice. Maybe I'll add a little bit of pink in here. Just try to keep it as horizontal as possible.